When we do a preview and we do predictions, and there's 8 games of URC, you get 5 wrong and 3 correct, that either tells you you're shit at predicting, or it was a sensational round of rugby. And I think it's a bit of both, right? Because this round 16 of the URC was brilliant. So many upset victories, so many answers to the table. The table's starting to shape up, but it's not done and dusted at all, right? It was probably one of the better rounds of rugby in terms of if you wanted upsets, right? Now, if my voice sounds a bit weird today, it's because I woke up now today. I'm 25 today, and I might have a cold. But I'm thinking it might also just be a hangover from Saturday, because we were at the Stormers game, and we had way too much to drink. But anyway, we'll chat about all the South African games and then touch on the rest as well. Just talking about this URC round that was absolutely beautiful. So if you do like talking a bit of shit when it comes to rugby, that's basically all I do. So please do remember to hit that like and subscribe button. I do appreciate you guys. But let's just start off. The Bulls travelling to Glasgow. Now I said, listen, home ground, Glasgow, they just don't lose at home. They lost at home to the Bulls. Now I said I wouldn't be surprised if the Bulls pull it off. Obviously Glasgow's got a lot of injuries, and the Bulls are playing great rugby at the moment. 26 points to 19, could have been a lot further. I mean, they let in a couple of tries from Glasgow there at the end to keep Glasgow in the fight. But the Bulls with a great performance. How good was Jan-Hendrik Wessels? Like seriously, how good was he? The Bulls are hitting beautiful form. I mean, they're on tour, and everyone knows South African teams, we are renowned for not travelling too well. The Bulls have managed to go on tour and beat Munster and beat Glasgow. That is beautiful, right? So they're taking that form going into the playoffs. They'll be absolutely scary. For Glasgow on the other end, they'll just be hoping their big eaters come back at some point. Like, you can see they're missing Tuipolatu. You can see they're missing the likes of a Hugh Jones. Like, they're still a great team. I still expect them to do pretty well and win most games, especially if they have their own playoff games, which they will have. They're sitting in second. But they might slip down to third, which is obviously not ideal. But a massive victory for the Bulls to get that massive boost of confidence when they come back home as well. Sensational. As a Bulls fan, like, I don't love the Bulls, but you just have to go and give them credit. Like, I gave them credit for the Munster performance, but I think this is even better, right? To beat Glasgow and do it pretty convincingly, you'll take that all day long. Anyway, the Lions versus Connacht. I said Connacht is going to do it because the Lions have been shitting the bed recently. Well, Connacht shat the bed this time. And I mean, the score could have been even more because Nico Steyn dropped the ball over the try line. The try-saving tackle, obviously, got smashed over the line. But the Lions, getting over the line there, kind of destroys the hopes for Connacht. And I was like, well, that performance of Connacht was brilliant against the Stormers. Arguably should have won the game, right? Controversial decision or not, I think Connacht were the better team in that game. Never say die attitude. You go against the Lions, you're like, okay, well, we have to get over the line here. Get at least 4 points, but push for that 5 points. Try and stay in the battle for the top 8. And it's really tough for Connacht to get in there. I mean, if they get 2 victories of 5 points, I'm not even sure who Connacht's playing. That takes them up to 45, so they can literally just match the Stormers, who's sitting in 6th, and they'll need a lot of results going in their way. I'm not even sure. Is it even mathematically still possible for them to do it with the other teams that still have to play? I mean, Connacht will be kicking themselves for this one. This obviously, it's not easy beating the Lions, but this was an opportunity because the Lions have really struggled. You know everything that's going on. You saw the performance against Benetton, but then credit to the Lions. They had some of their big boys back, the likes of Enku van Wyk once again. But that was the Lions that we know, right? I just wish the Lions could perform for a full half of a season at least. Get so many points in half a season, because when they win, they always somehow get 5 points from the game. But they have this patches. They like 3 games and then lose 5. And it's just not acceptable. But well done to the Lions. In the same boat as Connacht, most likely that they won't reach top 8. but it's not all doom and gloom as far as I know. I'm not sure on the math around it. Then you went on to the Stormers, who put up an absolute clinic. Now, we were there at the game. Sasha Feinberg and Ngomazulu, like, this is his world, and we are just living in it at the moment. Paul de Villiers, I mean, how long have I been calling for this guy? Whether it's on Casual Bias Rugby or on Saffa's Unscripted, this guy is the future. He's the fetcher. You see everything that he does. He's a brilliant, brilliant player. And this is the Stormers that we know and love, right? To be at that game and watch the Stormers just doing what they're doing, our defense was there. That's what I was most impressed with. The fact that Benetton hardly had a sniff in the game. Our defense was absolutely brilliant, and when we got the ball, we were so clinical. And that's what's been lacking all season, that we've been asking for. Now, obviously, we've had an injury crisis, but the big boys are back, playing some absolutely beautiful rugby, which is all you can ask for as a Stormers fan. And finally, we are picking up some form, and if we can get another, at least 8 points, get the final 2 victories, move up into 5th, stay at home. If the Bulls doesn't go up to 2nd, play the Bulls or the Sharks at home. I prefer us playing the Bulls or the Sharks at home, not knocking the Bulls or Sharks. But the Stormers don't like travelling, right? And then we just hope and pray for an upset there with Glasgow or Leinster. But the Stormers are finally looking scary again. This is the Stormers that we asked for the longest time. Now, we saw crumbles of it in the Connacht game, right? But the defence was in shambles. This time around, brilliant attack, same as we had against Connacht, and brilliant defensive work rate. The Stormers have always been good at defence. Just this season, we've shat the bed when it comes to defence. But this was a beautiful performance. I can't think of anyone that didn't really put up their hand. I mean, Benetton is a great team. You saw what they did against the Lions. You've seen what they've done all season. They're a good team. They had their big hitters there. And the fact that the Stormers just played such a beautiful brand of rugby and really gave Benetton nothing to work with just tells you how impressive that performance as a whole was. Because I don't want to sit here and knock Benetton at all. I just think this is the best the Stormers has looked in a very long time. And to think that there's names that has to still come into this team, if the Stormers can finally get their groove again, get some consistency out of the boys, and you have to add a Neetling Fouchier to the mix, you have to add Frans Malherbe, but this is obviously for next season, Mchunu, Kobus Reinach, maybe 1 or 2 extra players. Stormers could be a force to reckon with again. Like, we've always known how dangerous we are, just not shown it. But anyway, let's not get too ahead of ourselves, because you know the Stormers might just lose next weekend again. So, it is what it is. Now, the Sharks. They just keep on doing it. I don't know how, but they keep making games so tough for them. Ulster was Ulster 19-0 in the lead? Right, I didn't manage to watch the game, okay? But as far as I know, Ulster had a massive lead, and then the Stormers just came back. The Sharks just came back from out of nowhere. Now, we know the Sharks, when it comes to business end of the season, they'll be a force to reckon with. We've seen it in the Challenge Cup last season, and we'll probably see it here. They've got the names, they've been there, they've done it. But seriously, something has to pick up there. Like, the Sharks, they get the results, but the performances just keep going like that. And in the end, right, the results is the only thing that matter. But I actually just want to know from Ulster fans and from the Sharks fans, what were your thoughts on that performances? Because the Ulster team will probably feel this is another one that just slipped away, and now they're struggling as well for that top 8. Sharks, you'll take it, but what's your thoughts on the performances recently? Obviously, going on tour is never easy. The Stormers lost to Ulster. But like, if you just look at the names, the aura around the Sharks players and stuff, you expect a bit better, right? And the same goes for Ulster. When you have a lead like that, it's not the first time that we've seen it, right? Like, Ulster never say die attitude against the Stormers, 17-0 down, comes back and wins the game comfortably. But then 19-0 in front, and you lose? Come on now. What is going on there? Anyway, now the rest, Zebre versus Edinburgh. Once again, that's what these upsets. I said Zebre will win this game, right? I called the upset on this one. A draw in the end, but Zebre would have felt they should have won this. And Edinburgh will feel, well, there goes our chances as well. Right? Not necessarily our chances for the top 8, But this was a massive opportunity. Like, Edinburgh would still have been, like, we expect to win against Zebre in Parma. Doesn't matter how good Zebre has been this season, they're still sitting in 15th. When you are fighting for the top 8 and Zebre, they've kind of got nothing to lose, you should be winning that game. And the fact that they only got a draw, really, really shooting themselves in the foot. I want to know what the Scottish boys think about this one, because it is a bit tough. Like, I don't want to be too harsh on Edinburgh, but like when the South African teams came into the URC, we were all like, okay, well, the Scottish teams are good, but Edinburgh was like the main one, kind of. Well, that's what was my thoughts on it, and it just felt like the past kind of 2 seasons already that Edinburgh they haven't been there. They haven't really pitched up unless it's been at home where they've pulled off like great victories. Just doesn't feel, the aura around that team just doesn't feel the same. And this draw, when it matters, kind of just showcases that. Am I being a bit too harsh? I'm not even sure. Then you had Munster taking on Cardiff. Cardiff, I call the Munster victory, having to bounce back, still fighting for that top 8, not in the top 8 at the moment, and they go and lose against Cardiff. Now Cardiff, I've said it a million times, they don't win by much, but they don't lose by much, right? Cardiff sitting in 5th. They've played brilliantly this season. But surely Munster, with their heritage, also been there, done that. You would feel you have to win this game. You have to win this game. In terms of the quality of both teams, in terms of individuals and stuff, Munster's looked a lot better. They've been in the Champions Cup. They put up great performances. They beat La Rochelle. They had a very close game against the Bulls, but overall, Munster has been pretty good. And then you lose this game against Cardiff. Now, I know on the table Cardiff should probably win this game, but we know Munster's just a better team than Cardiff overall. But Cardiff pulling one out of the bag sensationally. They'll take that all day long, putting them in 5th spot, having to travel currently at the moment to the Sharks. They'll fancy their chances. The way that they play, they know how to make it a nitty-gritty game and get over the line. I back it. I absolutely love these type of results in rugby. The Zebre one, the Cardiff one. We'll speak about it in a second. But victories like that is absolutely massive, right? So that goes a long way. And then obviously you had the upset of the century. Like, I know it's not a full-strength Leinster team by any stretch of the imagination, but that's still a pretty strong Leinster team that got put out against the Scarlets. And the Scarlets, 35 points to 22, keeping them in the top 8. Bonus point victory as well. Massive. Massive. And I saw some of the Irish guys that's been on Casual Bias Rugby as well, furious, disappointed, because what happened there? Like, it doesn't really affect Leinster. They'll still definitely top the table. But it's not nice having a loss like that. Like, if it was a bit different, if you played that second string team against one of the top teams, Scarlets has been very good. Like, all respect to Scarlets. They've really pulled one out of the bag this season and they've played sensational rugby. They deserve to be in the top 8. But it's Leinster. This is Leinster, the team that we spoke about so many times with the ultimate structure, the ultimate squad depth, the quality all around the pitch. And they got smashed. Right? Like, I don't think I've ever seen Leinster conceding 35 points. Jacques Nienaber will not be happy. Because he's like a defensive guru. And for Scarlets to put on 35 points on Leinster is crazy to me. Like, I didn't expect this in my wildest dreams. I wouldn't have been surprised maybe Scarlets sneak over by 2 or 3 points. Right? Like, it would have been a massive upset. But I wouldn't have been that surprised. 35 points to 22, that's a bit of a hammering. Well done. Well done. I don't want to take anything away from Scarlets. That was pure gold. And then I missed one. Ospreys, Dragons. It was kind of as expected. Dragons, they haven't really pitched up, but Ospreys, they'll take it. 57 points. Holy shit. Holy shit, that's a lot of points. To put on someone that's kind of like seen as a rival in Welsh rugby, the Dragons, they've just been stinking it out a bit. Ospreys will say, job done, we move on. It's not doom and gloom yet. They're on 38 points. They can still make it into into the top 8. I'm just looking at the table as well, but it's tough when you don't have the... Let me actually see. Can I get the fixtures up? Obviously, we have a break now because we've got the Champions Cup. But the Ospreys, they need to travel to the Sharks. That'll be a tough ask for them to get over the line there. Edinburgh has to travel to Connacht, both of them fighting for the top 8. That will kind of be the decider. As far as I know, who's going to make it, who's not going to make it. Scarlets, who's also fighting for the top 8, they will have to travel well. They have to take on the Lions. The Lions will take confidence from that previous victory, and then they have to play the Sharks as well. So this victory against Leinster was absolutely massive for the Scarlets, but now they got to keep it on. They got to travel well, finish strong, give themselves a little chance in the playoffs, because you never know what happens there. Big games, some people can crumble under the pressure. Other teams just step up. Maybe this is the season for the Scarlets to see themselves in maybe even a semi-final, right? You just never know. Anyway, everyone, thank you for watching. Please do remember to hit that like and subscribe button. I do appreciate you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.